sure you don't want a drink?
Oh no, I'm good.
Hello, and welcome to Love in the Wild. In tonight's installment, we will be studying the mating ritual of the human beings. Tonight, we'll be witnessing the blind date.
So, you're from Stanford?
Yeah, I was born there. I actually live in Bridgeport now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here we see the two lovers engaging in what the naturalists call small talk, or breaking the ice. Notice how the female, Lydia, attempts to engage the male, Ben, in conversation, but also watch as Ben shirks most of Lydia's questions due to his own insecurities.
So, how do you know Amy?
Well, we work together.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, how long have you guys, like, been friends?
I mean, I guess we've, like, gone out to lunch a couple times now. Wait, why? Did she say that we're, like, really good friends or something?
Here, watch as Ben begins to question what Amy thinks their relationship is. Amy is his co-worker, and Ben has had feelings for Amy for quite some time. Now, Ben is afraid of being placed in the dreadful friend zone. And Amy setting Lydia and Ben up on this blind date has not been helpful. But you can see from his corrected posture and his happy disposition that this is good news for him.
I mean, yeah, like, she likes you. She thought we'd be good together on the first date. You know what? I think she's actually, like, seen someone. Yeah, I don't know.
Notice how Lydia has lied about Amy's relationship status in order to better improve her chances in dating Ben. Amy, in reality, isn't seeing anyone. Lydia, having been friends with Amy during her college years, knows that Amy is much more attractive than her. Amy has longer hair, bigger breasts, and longer legs. Therefore, Amy will do all that she can to improve herself. I mean, Lydia will do all that she can to improve herself. Watch here as she changes the subject to make herself seem more attractive.
I'm a Gemini, and I really like animals a lot. Actually, my last job was at a vet, but they had to make some cutbacks, you know. Last hired, first fired.
Wait, what did you say?
Yeah, I know, it sucks.
No, did you say you're a Gemini?
Yeah, June 17th, it's my birthday.
Now, Lydia has begun to fear that Ben is one of those guys that actually believes in horoscope compatibility. Lydia can see her disappointment in the way that she has curled her lip and furrowed her brow.
Why?
It's just that, I'm a Pisces.
Oh.
And, Pisces and Gemini, they're not compatible. Air and water, we don't really mix.
Oh. Ben has decided to lie about something trivial in an attempt to make himself seem less desirable towards Lydia. Ben, in fact, does not care for zodiac compatibility. He isn't even a Pisces. He doesn't even know what his zodiac sign is.
Are you sure you don't want a drink?
You know what? I'll just share some of yours if that's okay.
In a last-ditch effort, Ben has decided to take a sip of Lydia's drink without her permission. Now, what we see here is that Ben wants to improve his chances with Amy by ruining chances with Lydia.
You know what? I'm just gonna go. We'll call an early night.
Lydia is now attempting to never see Ben again. Notice how she isn't asking to set up a second date or how good of a time she had, which is a common ritual on first blind dates.
It's probably just that Gemini-Pisces thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, just when I thought we were having a good time, and... You know what,
Ladies and gentlemen, Love in the Wild.
This is Phillip. I don't know if you guys know Phillip.
Hello.
He's a head writer for Purchase Late Night.
Yeah. Head honcho.
No. Phillip's my partner in crime. But I wanted to talk to everyone today because there's going to be a really exciting fundraising opportunity to benefit Purchase Late Night. But before that, I want to give you a little bit of background information on why we're doing this. So, this is Irving. Irving, can you wave your hand for everyone? Or your foot? Thank you.
Irving George.
Irving George. Interesting fact about Irving, he doesn't have a Facebook.
What?
I know. Crazy.
No way.
And in the age of, social media, that's how we communicate. So it's kind of odd to have someone on our staff who doesn't have Facebook. So Phillip here thought it would be funny to change his name on Facebook to Irving George. If you check out over here, that's a thread where we all figured out, oh my God, it's not actually Irving with Facebook, it's Phillip masquerading as Irving. So you can actually see that's not Irving. And then I don't know why that says Viagra Falls, but I thought that was also kind of funny. Anyway, so the thread continues on, and Alex says to Phillip, like, did you do this just to make a joke on Facebook? And Phillip said, no, but it's true. And then he realized he couldn't change it, and he said, oh my God, I can't change it for 60 days. I thought this was going to be a 3-minute joke, and now it's an 86,400-minute joke. And then he also said, now I have to say Irving things like, yeah, I agree with Will over Phillip, which happens a lot. But we all thought it would be a really fun opportunity. I don't know if you guys know this, but when you change your Facebook name twice, you have to keep it. Like the second time around, you have to keep it for like over 100 days or like forever or something like that.
I think it's a year.
It's a year. So we decided that if tonight we're going to open up a poll and you guys can vote on what you want Phillip's next name to be.
You guys can put in suggestions yourselves.
Yeah, you
too,
put in suggestions.
if you donate.
Yeah, and you vote, and you can also donate to Purchase Late Night. And whoever comes up with the name that Phillip's going to have for the next year of his life, you'll benefit to a great cause, and you'll also get one of these fancy new T-shirts that say Purchase Late Night.
If any of you have a heart, you would know that my name, if you want to suggest my real name, it's spelled Phillip.
Make it
LAS.
with 1 L. Look, it's so mad. Yeah, if you do it with 1 L, it will.
Phillip with 1 L.
It will ruin him for the rest of his life. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back with a digital short. Thanks, guys.
The city was a different place back then. It had a different spirit, you know? Yeah, Gene and I ran with the same crowds. Everybody knew his name back then, and I mean everybody. He was a scary dude.
Oh yeah, Gene was always on our radar, always making trouble for the NYPD. And I was just a young kid back then, didn't know nothing, but I knew to watch out for Gene DiMarco.
Thing about Gene was, he never held back. If you were on his list, he'd get you eventually, and it would be brutal.
Is there one time specifically that stands out to you?
Oh yeah. Specifically, I'd have to say the time he put toothpaste in Nikki's Oreos.
Oreos?
Huh? Oh yeah. Well, if you put toothpaste in someone's Oreos and they eat it, they don't know they're eating toothpaste. That was Gene. He loved pranks.
Gene and me grew up together. I was actually there when his pranking reputation got started. When we was 5 years old.
You were there?
I was there. His first prank was actually on me. Peed all over myself. Most embarrassing moment of my life, but from then on I knew Gene DiMarco had a gift.
He started small, dealing with kids on the street, that sort of thing. Whoopee cushions were his trademark prank. But he was stepping on territory that wasn't his, and word got out, so Gene DiMarco had a price on his head.
Gene got us together, then declared war on the other gangs in New York.
Were you scared?
Was I scared? Hell yeah, we was scared. But Gene was our leader, and he was confident in what he was doing, so we followed.
The night was November the 3rd, 1988. I'll never forget it. We made the first move. Gene thought water balloons would be the best strategy. Getting the other gangs wet right out of the gate, you know?
It was brutal. The night was a complete massacre. There was toilet paper and silly string everywhere. It was hilarious.
Yeah. I remember the night of the 3rd. Lost a lot of good men that night. They all just stood up and said, "This is stupid," and went home.
Well, I was there that night. To them, I'm just another one of the guys. You know, me and Gene had a thing. Things got pretty far, too, but when I went to undo his pants, a bunch of rubber snakes popped out.
Once Gene was on top, he got power hungry. He wanted too much, and he flew too close to the sun. His plan was to place a flaming bag of dog poop on every New York City doorstep. And one night, he called it Poop Christmas. You know, 'cause he'd be like Poop Santa. Gene wasn't really good at naming things.
Did you pull it off?
Oh, we pulled it off all right.
The whole city smelled like shit. Hell, it still smells like shit. That's the reason why New York City smells like shit.
But once it was all said and done, Gene wasn't anywhere to be found. No one ever saw him again. Some say he went across the border.
Some say the coppers got him.
Some say he's still out there, and I believe it. When something funny happens at the expense of a friend, Gene is there, laughing his ass off.
Gene DiMarco.
Gene DiMarco.
Gene DiMarco.
Gene DiMarco, OP, original prankster. Alright, sorry about that. Had to take a leak. Where were we? Gene? Oh, no, wait, false alarm. I'm old and I farted.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Basketball fans everywhere tuned in Monday, April 6th, to see the outcome of the March Madness Championship game. Yes, sports. Here to catch us up on all the exciting happenings of March Madness is our senior sports correspondent, Sally Sports. Sally!
Thank you, Serafina. As we all know, March Madness was wonderful this year. There was a lot of marching going on, and I know I, for one, was so mad. Great. Sally, could you give us some highlights from this season? Of course. I am an expert. As Purchase Late Night's senior sports correspondent, I know a lot about sports. People always ask me, Sally, what are sports? What's the best sport? Can I play sports in countries alien to my own, like in a birthright sense? How many sports are there? For the record, there are 7. Do sports, should I be left-handed? What kind of equipment is required to do sports?
Sally, could you just maybe talk about like what happened during March Madness? The exciting moments, disappointments, the Devil versus the Badgers turnout.
Right. Okay, great. Yeah, I am actually really glad you bring up the Devils and the Badgers. The Devil is otherwise known as Satan, or the creator of the darkness that exists inside the hearts of all good Christian men, or, as I like to call him, my dad. Am I right? Oh, man. Sports are so weird. Anyway, the Devil created the Badgers, which is an animal that destroys our natural resources. My dad likes them a lot. Wait, I'm sorry, what was the question again?
Sally, can we focus a little bit here? We're talking about March Madness. How about brackets? Can you tell me about the March Madness brackets of 2015?
Oh, okay. Why didn't you just say so? Rackets sound a lot like rackets, which is a very important sports term. Very important to your understanding of sports. Very important. Racket sounds like other sports terms you might have heard, such as hey batter batter, or strike, or spitting on the ground, or maybe dribbling, or whatever. Wow. Dear God. Okay. Could you just tell us what March Madness is? Like, just say what March Madness is. Like, I want you to say it. Do you know what March Madness is? What is March Madness? Okay. Well, I'm glad you bring that up, Serafina. Marching is a verb. And it's sort of to move your legs up and down in a grandiose sort of way, like this. And madness is a feeling similar to anger or being mad. It's like when my dad can't find his socks. But you know what's not fair? What? I propose that we start calling March Madness March Gladness. Because the negative messaging in the sports industry is obscene. I mean, what's there to be mad about? Can't we all just get along? The thing about sports is there are always balls in your face. Sally. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. That sounded wrong. What I mean is, in sports, there are never not balls in your face. And if there are always balls in your face, wouldn't you think to yourself, there are big, fat balls in my face, and I'm going to be happy as a clam about it because sports is just all about knowing how to fondle a ball that is just directly in the vicinity of your face. Just ask my dad, the devil. He knows. Okay, that took a terrible turn. Senior sports correspondent Sally Sports. Thank you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have some of the crew from the show Rumors by Neil Simon here. If you guys want to introduce yourself, or everyone clap first. Now introduce yourselves.
My name's Colin James Ferguson. I am directing Rumors.
And I am Amin Kasawi. I am the producer and an actor in Rumors.
So, talk to us a little bit about Rumors. Why you decided to do it, and what the rehearsal process was like for you.
Okay, why I decided to do it. Last semester, I did two very intense, dark plays back to back. And I try to put up a show every semester. We're in the BA program. So, like, I was looking at comedies, and for some reason, I've never done a Neil Simon. And I really wanted to do a Neil Simon because it's a farcical and fun. It's pretty light in terms of, the themes and stuff, but I knew we'd have a good time, and I cast all my friends, and I hired a director who was my friend, and I just wanted to have a good time, and that's what we're having with it, so that's why.
That's really good to hear. What is Rumors about for those who haven't read the play?
Rumors is about 8 friends who get together for a dinner party where one of them happened to accidentally shoot himself in the head.
Yes, really light subject.
Pretty lighthearted, just like rainbows and unicorns. It's wonderful. And they deal with this whole problem of hiding it or not hiding it, and through it, friendships are broken and mended, and it is a wonderful, wonderful fun time.
Wonderful.
It is a wonderfully fun time. That makes sense.
Good to hear. Is there anything you want to share in particular about the show, about the process for you?
You know what? Today was a pretty rough day while we were trying to get stuff done for Rumors. So my hands are filthy because my car broke down this afternoon while trying to go get props. So while I was working on it, trying to fix it, I get a phone call from Amin, who was going to get costume pieces because he got a flat tire.
Oh no. Oh.
So that was a rough part of today.
And I'm terrible with cars. Like I can't do anything.
He
is extremely
cannot do
talented.
anything with a car. That is not even an understatement. So I get my car to a somewhat okay level, and I drive to him and have to, like, I'm coaching him through changing his tire, and he does all the work, except for at some point he says, Colin, what am I supposed to do if you're not here? And I'm like, exactly what you just did. So we still have to run and pick up stuff, but it was a good experience, I guess. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
I'm sorry. That sounds very, very rough. You know, the trials and tribulations of putting on a show. Yes, I used a big word. We actually have a cast member from Rumors who's gonna come on for us right now. Here he is.
This is Ken from the wonderful cast of Rumors. Be wary though, a gun went off next to his ear, so he's a little deaf right now. Ken, say hi to Serafina.
No, I already got an Aquafina. I'm good. I'm good. No, I'm just kidding. I'm Sam. I play Ken in the show. How are you? Wow! Hello, everyone.
You know, big shock to everyone. That's not the first time my name has been rhymed with Aquafina. Anyway.
That was clever.
It is clever. Anyway, you can see Rumors, directed by Colin Ferguson, on April 21st and the 24th at 7 p.m. and April 25th at 5 p.m.
And the 23rd at 7 p.m. as well.
I'm so sorry. And the 23rd. The 21st, the 23rd, and the 24th at 7.
Yep.
The 25th at 5. Thank you, Rumors, so much. Everyone go check out their show. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Nolan. I'm new to Purchase, I just started here. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I like music, big fan of rap. The worst thing about being a white person who likes rap is other white people who like rap. A few days ago I was hanging out with a friend of mine. He was with some people that he knows, and they were with some people that they know. You know how hanging out works. Anyways, there was this chick there. She was wearing a crop top. Across it, it read Wu-Tang. So I figured, you know what? I'll give it a shot. I'll talk to her. I see you like the Wu-Tang Clan. What songs? I like Cream, and I like Protect Your Neck, and I think that's it. That's it? That's it. That's 2 songs. There were 9 people in the Wu-Tang Clan. And I'm not even counting Old Dirty Bastard. He's dead. So there were 10 people in the Wu-Tang Clan, and you know 2 songs? That's 1 song for every 5 people. That's a terrible ratio. If this were any type of academic setting, you would have failed right there. People always talk about what they're going to do when they get rich. They always say things like, oh, I'm going to buy everyone I know a Lamborghini, or I'm going to buy everyone I know a Porsche. You see, if I get rich, I'm buying everyone I know a Tesla. I feel like that's just enough that they know that I love them, but not so much that it gets them laid. And you know, if they ever complain, I can just be like, what? I bought you a Tesla, motherfucker. Do you know how green you're being? Do you know how tiny your carbon footprint is right now? Yeah, that's right. Get out of here with your new car and your tiny-ass carbon footprint. Lately, I've been spending a lot of time reflecting on my college experience. For example, I never studied abroad. And I think I'm okay with that. Because to me, studying abroad seems like a lot of pressure. Like, you always know that one person who's like, you know, oh, I had the most amazing time. I learned so much about myself. You see, but I know myself. I know that I would go somewhere, get nothing out of it, come home and be like, well, that's another country that I've masturbated in. A friend of mine, she's actually studied abroad so much that there's a map in her room, and she puts pins in all of the places that she's visited. I want to do that, but just put the pins in the places that I've masturbated. I want to do that and hold a big convention, and at the end of the year, see who can have the most impressive map. Do you guys want to find out? I want to find out. If you've ever masturbated in the state of New York, clap your hands. Okay. if you've ever masturbated in the state of Connecticut, clap your hands. Right. Not as many people, but that's okay, because I want to meet someone who's done that in, like, North Korea, or, the peak of K2. Heck, I want to meet someone who's done that in the former Czechoslovakia, because that person is a veteran. One thing that I did get out of my college experience was an internship. I was an intern for a small tech startup that was obsessed with efficiency. So much so that instead of having one big communal trash can for the entire office, everyone had their own tiny little trash can next to their desk. So if you ever wanted to make someone really uncomfortable, you could just walk up to their desk and stare directly into their trash. See, I would do that, and I'd look up at them and just like shake my head at them. Oh my God. Oh. All right, I'm gonna end with a little bit of a story. A few days ago, I was dreaming. And in the dream, I was having sex with someone. But it was someone that I knew. So halfway through it, I was thinking to myself, yeah, that's definitely her face. But I've never seen her naked. So whose body is that? Did my mind just invent a body for me to have sex with? Or is this just some weird mix of all the bodies that I've ever seen naked? Thank you.
Thank you, Nolan Ralph. That's our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for stopping by. You can like us on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget to vote for what Phillip is going to have for his name on Facebook for the next year. And don't forget to donate to a wonderful cause like Purchase Late Night. See you later, everyone.